What is going on, guys? Welcome to episode 10 of my Tottenham Football Manager 2018 Let's Play series. And guys, make sure you do leave a thumbs up on this video. Also, leave a comment as well. The last video didn't really have too much interaction. I don't want it to be in a point of the series where it's going to start getting like lower interaction from you guys, more so the comments, because I love to see what you guys have to say about it. That's what really keeps me going with a series, like multiple people really enjoying it and leaving their thoughts. So make sure to leave a comment, but also a like as well, because last episode wasn't too much, a few dislikes as well in comparison to the likes. So yeah, I would really appreciate that, because we do have a big episode here, like both games against Manchester clubs, and we do have youth intake that will come up as well. So in terms of content in this episode, it should be very, very entertaining, so I would appreciate that. But right now we have to deal with the first game against Manchester City. That's all we can worry about right now. This could be a title decider, and not just playing against Manchester City, this could be a title decider in February, believe it or not. You don't see, sometimes maybe, but this early, and I think it would be fair enough to say if we do beat them, we will pretty much win the title from here on out. So let's go, and then especially if we knock out another contender, maybe Man United, not as such, they're just trying to fight to be in the top four. To get Champions League. So that will be very, very interesting. Of course, Jan Vertonghen has got an injury 4 to 5 weeks, so Davinson Sanchez, he has to step up, and he has been good. He's tackling 17, he's got the strong attribute of 17 and then 18. Like he's very strong, and then he's a good tackler as well. So obviously he's still young, he can improve his other attributes, but he has been developing. That's the good sign. He's probably still adjusting to English football as well, being Colombian. But apart from Vertonghen, the team is still looking pretty strong. Of course, we've just got Moussa Dembele resting. He's got 88% condition. Might utilize him in the next game, but our midfield is still looking strong. Asensio, obviously, we're going to utilize in the league. Can't play in the Champions League, of course, already having played for Real, but I'm pretty sure we're going to get into the game with this 11. I think, yeah, we're looking really strong to beat Manchester City here, so let's get on into it. And just to take a look at their team, De Bruyne's playing striker. I was going to say, he's not a striker. He could potentially play there, but, ooh, interesting. Looking at the, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say, oh, they might not score here today, because when I do say that, they're going to score, and even probably just alluding to it. That means, but is it because of injury? It has to be. You would like to think it would be because of injury. Yeah. Wow. Okay. And how big are these injuries? There's Aguero 2 weeks, so it's not major, but there's a couple important games for them. Surely they'll play the next couple Premier League games, and Jesus is that's 8 more days. So normally, I suppose he would start, and they got Gignac as well, and his injury is he's just joined Manchester City, but how long is his injury for though? 3 to 5 weeks, and then they got Vincent Kompany as well. So they've got some big players missing in this one, that is for sure. But then you look at the starting 11, you look at that, and oh, those crucial injuries. But how about that? All their strikers, so De Bruyne. So that does change things a little bit for City. So it gives us opportunity to beat them, but the team is still so strong, that is for sure. But we're going to say passionately or assertive, do we go the Manchester City? We go with this one. Manchester City come into this one 5th on the form table, which is nothing impressive. We're first. Let's show them why. So their form table right now, they're not in the top 4. So we would be on better form. I think in the form table for the whole season on the form table, we would have been first pretty much, just dominating. But yeah, into the tunnel now. Adam Cahill, he says, everything is in your hands as things stand. Is he trying to rhyme? Adam Cahill, that's totally a rapper's name. I can buy that. But so you can go on and become Premier League champions. So you're saying that already. So we're going to go say assertively, we've managed to give ourselves a great platform on which to perform going forward, and I hope the players do themselves justice, because they've been magnificent all season. Like, we deserve to win the title for sure, and that will be huge. That will be huge. And guys, like I was saying as well, I'd love to do this as a long series, because as I was saying, I wanted to bring success to Tottenham, so I really would love to keep doing it, you know. Come on, early goal. And it could be, almost. Come on. So we have got this early one here. Di Maria to whip it in. But, oh, Harry Kane! He's going to score. And who else? He wasn't in a position really to get that. And it's like he came from nowhere. Where did he come from? He was there. He was the short pass option. But ideally, we wouldn't want Harry Kane in that position. I might change it up as well. But well, when that happens, you're not going to... I won't be... Oh, Asensio... That's annoying. That's a bit annoying because we're going to have to bring on Eriksen. Sure, Eriksen's still good, but hopefully it's not a long-term injury for Asensio. Potential upper body. We'll have to, we'll just have to see after the match. It was a bit innocuous, like a bit random. Like you saw Fernandinho, they almost pick up knocks at the same... Well, Fernandinho picked up a knock. He wasn't forced off, but maybe that was just, a bit interesting there. Now Sterling, they're going to get... No, he doesn't even get that on target there. And I really feel, not just like the formation, but the player roles we have... Oh, wait a second. Son's not going to miss from there, but I think it's perfect, the mix of players we have, and suits the roles just to a T. Because you got Dyer in midfield, he's a strong defensive player, but then you got Dele Alli, creative. The mix, and then obviously Harry Kane up front, Son out wide. I just think the mix of the players we have, and they just complement each other, and the defense also just... when you have that, the team feels perfect. That's the situation we are right now with Tottenham. But now, Manchester City on the ball. We've started this game perfectly. But De Bruyne! I told you, I thought they may not... See, he's like... I'm not sure if they're still playing the same style, or they changed it up a little bit formation-wise. Yeah, no, they're still going with the same, because as I was going to say there, De Bruyne, he was forced out wide. That's going to be his general style. That's why I feel, he won't... But they don't have any other options. If I was managing Man City, had those injuries, you probably might have to try something else. But we get the free kick there. So now, Manchester City, they've had a bit of the ball, but we've been able to win it back. And Son again! That was similar to the other chance where he scored. But really, we're dominating Manchester City here. And I wouldn't say that's just down to... obviously, like I said, we had more possession. We have more possession right now, but Manchester City, they've had spell, they start the highlight with the ball and everything like that, and have a chance, but we win it back. So defensively, we've been sound, but maybe it's the lack of that natural striker leading the line, presenting for them. But we'll head into the dressing room here for the team talk. The dressing room makes it sound better. It's just essentially team talk there. Ooh, dressing room. But it's just you go into the dressing room and talk to the team. It could just say team talk, but dressing room sounds better, sounds more fancy. There could be more to it, to be honest. The team talks have been the same in Football Manager for ages. They could change, how they look. Because the setup of it has been the same. Maybe it's not a crucial thing. I think most people are happy about it. But, what do you think they could improve on that in future years? I'll just say don't get complacent here. Gain the focus. And I said that previously as well. Let me know what you think about that. Saying it fairly often, but not too much. Not too much. Just, every so often you say that and it instills that in them for upcoming games. So that their mental is like that. They always stay focused going into matches. So just end the team talk now. And that's a pretty decent amount of lads becoming. That's more than half. Generally, it's about half, but... Definitely no bad reactions, which is good, and it is not a weird feeling as such, because it's a good thing. It's to be doing this well in the first season, of course, but obviously we have much bigger and better things to come, like Champions League. As well as we've done in the league, I feel like there's going to be some tough matches in the Champions League. I don't think we can win the Champions League. Just being realistic, and Di Maria... Poor effort there. You're not going to see a manager in real life saying it. Oh, I don't think we win Champions League. But in terms of when I think about this series, you know what I mean? It will be interesting. But, Di Maria. Oh, that's going to be a penalty. So I'll get more pumped up if maybe if we haven't scored 2 goals at this point. But Harry Kane should step up and finish this one. And he does to make it 3-0. It's just a bit hard to believe. that we have got 3 goals against Manchester City. We are cruising in this game. Bernardo Silva coming on for Fernandinho. I just want to see what change that is going to make. We'll go to their formation. Like, if you're new to the game, I wouldn't be surprised that these things are hard for you to find. Like, if you're wondering how you can find the formations during the match. But anyway, Sterling has moved to the striker position now. De Bruyne back to central midfield. Gundogan, centre defensive mid. Interesting changes, but dominance, pure dominance in this game. Like, there's no way back. I wouldn't be surprised if they score now. But let's just see. Danilo, is he going to whip it in? No, Lloris, they've been no danger whatsoever, ever. Like, obviously, they would be harder to beat, and they probably stand a better chance if Aguero was starting, that is for sure. Like, if we were without Harry Kane, it would change the complexion completely. But Di Maria, no. Like, if we would have to start, Llorente, that affects the wingers too, and just our style, different type of striker, but we'll still make some changes. So again, an opportunity for Harry Winks to get some game time. We'll bring on for Dele Alli. I'm just thinking, like, who wouldn't I want to get injured most? Pretty much. But yeah, he's just turned 22. He's going to be really, really good for us. I've already mentioned it. It will be good to see his development and progression through the squad. See, now that's that extra thing in Football Manager with the hierarchy and everything like that. If we just go to dynamics right now, we go to the hierarchy. Not just seeing a young player improve, but seeing his status within the team, within the squad, get better. That's what you love now. And then I think Sergio Aurier will just take off for Trippier. Give him some match time. Because it's like right now, we're not worried about like losing at all. We've got the 3 points. We've got it. And do we have the title in February? Oh, I think we may have done. Let's see now. Di Maria. We've had a lot of chances as well. So it's not just Manchester City's attack. The midfield is pretty weak, honestly. At least how they've played. You look at the names and they're good. But how they've played, it hasn't been too impressive at all. So here we go. Sterling to Silva. Now Sane, they're going to get this in, but they do score. No clean sheet here today. Raheem Sterling, he's going to try and get it back quickly, but it's probably a little too late. Just a consolation goal for them. Sane put the ball up really, really well. Unfortunately, Rose couldn't clear that. It would make things very, very interesting here if we concede, or we can just finish it off with a goal. That would be nice, but now Di Maria, good ball for Son. Oh, man. Wow. We've had a lot of as you can see, 10 on target, 22 for the game. We've pretty much had 60% possession for the whole match, so it's been a dominating performance for us. A bit disappointing for the defense and Hugo that we don't keep a clean sheet, but again, it's still a dominating result for us. Hopefully the injury to Asensio isn't too bad, but again, it's just Harry Kane scoring. And we'll say, yeah, very pleased with that. And we'll just end the team talk. Now, let's see. I always find it interesting. How big is the injury going to be? But good, report there for us. Nice result. 3 to 5 weeks. It's not a huge injury. I suppose you can leave to physio out for 3 weeks. It's not a long term, but it's that crucial part of the season. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Ajax are going to receive that 250k. Always quality talents, young talents coming from Ajax, and we've got one of them. Just to see how the table is looking, Arsenal's next game will be important, but then it will be a case, Arsenal, if we beat them, we can knock them out completely from contention, but yeah, at this point, really, I think we can put that down as a title decider beating Manchester City. You can't expect us to drop too much points as well, that's a fact. So we've got the games here. We'll just continue to see what Arsenal will do. Even though I still don't think Arsenal will be a threat anyway, could they put a little bit of pressure at least? Keep their hopes alive mathematically. But no, Brighton. See, Arsenal, under the pressure, they cannot get it done. And they were just undone by Brighton. Some crazy dominance, but also a goal difference as well, 42. That has been pretty impressive. 67 goals for. want to score as much as we can, but we'll just continue now. We'll keep going up until Manchester United. If we would get the job done against them at home as well, we had a few home games in a row, so surely that has helped us. And here we do get the youth intake, and it does say Brian Anderson looks as if he could possibly emerge as one of the best players of his generation. Whew. I'm interested to see how good he is. And he says, John McDermott, I like to think I have had... He wants to take some credit bringing through many of the players, including the star one, of course, Mickey Saunders. We'll have to see how good he is. So we'll view the candidates, and okay, Mickey Anderson, no, the Brian Anderson, sorry, I got mixed up with the names. Mickey Saunders, is he any good? Okay, not that. Okay, Marcus Sheldon, okay, but that's high potential and 1-star ability already. We've got a couple guys like that, but yeah, that other guy, Mickey Saunders, okay, potential isn't that great. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to check out that guy, Mickey Saunders, but yeah, he's probably not going to have the greatest potential. Is it really, maybe a couple of these guys, we'll check them out, but they probably won't be still good enough. We've got Kenny Fraser. These are where you guys could probably leave your thoughts if you'll sign them up, but they probably won't. I want to sign the absolute best up in the youth team. See, this guy, he doesn't seem to have like terrible attributes, but some lower ones as well for his position. And we got a right back here. He seems technically pretty weak. Obviously, youth players will. These kind of guys, would you sign up? They're kind of in that middle range from the ones that are terrible and then, yeah, that middle talent. But then Marcus Sheldon, who is a striker, he could be decent. I was wondering if it would be one like this. Like, at his best, like if he's got 17 finishing at 15 years old, he should be having 20. Like, only to go 3 attributes more. He'll be... But could you have that rated attribute at 15 realistically, comparing to the rest of the world, like of quality players, because you're not playing it against the very best? What do you guys think about that? Should you really be based? I don't know. How could... I don't know. I'm just wondering. It's just like, yeah, I wonder why those like young players can be rated like that. But Brian Anderson, it looks like he can play multiple positions. Could he just be... it could be like this, just leaving the anticipation. It could be like one of these players that's okay. He can play in a lot of positions, but he's not a star. Or he could just be a freak. Or maybe somewhere in between. Let's just see. Okay. He's got poor jumping reach, 3. So, he's natural as a central midfielder. Okay, I was expecting like some crazy player, but obviously he's got 1-star current ability. But at least he's got high potential, but he's got a lot of cons. It's, yeah, obviously someone we're going to still have to work with a lot, but he's a good talent we've gotten through, that is for sure. But he's someone we're going to need to develop, of course. He's not going to become a star by himself. We're going to work with him, but of course, for sure we're going to approach to sign him definitely with that potential. And then Marcus Sheldon, if we can try and work on his other parts of his game, develop that up, he could be a good enough player as well. Definitely with that finishing. He should be able to score goals, that's for sure. But the rest, let me know. And we're not going to, like, if you check out these lower guys, they're probably not going to be worth it. See, like, physicals will be low. And, yeah, we've got Argentinian. We've got Raul Baker. That's what I hate. Like, when there's just, like, one foreign player and they're, like, bad. Like, you would expect them to be good. Is like, why would you bring them to us from another country if they're not good? You know what I mean? They'll just be ignored. Or they should just be ignored. You know what I mean? Like, what was the point of bringing them to me? Like, if they wouldn't be considered. And here's another interesting game. Manchester United, Liverpool. But it won't really affect us, though. But let's just see. Manchester United, I wanted them to win because I'm a Manchester United supporter. But just to separate a gap between Liverpool and Liverpool, they've been an interesting team this season because they beat us. They got the better against us. But, like, they've been too inconsistent to finish top 4, I think. So there we go. We scoop another Manager of the Month award. And Anoma wins Young Player of the Month. He's a good young talent alone at Aston Villa. So if you take a look at his reports, he doesn't have outstanding potential though. He's got a little bit. So unfortunately, one of our under 18 players, you can see Matthew here, 17 years old. A bit disappointed for him to get that injury. And why do I just notice I have 2 dynamics? I didn't have that before. So maybe we have to put the injury on there. The fitness, I think that's the one that is missing. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why that changed. But yeah, he's going to be out for a while. Though he's got a little bit of potential though. So yeah, maybe we can train him. But those guys I generally don't worry too much with. Like, I don't focus on training him so hard, but you could, if you really did, you could maybe turn them into a player you could at least sell for a few million, but for the time being, he'll be locked down with that injury for 3 months. And you can see here, Brian Anderson, that's all confirmed. And take a look, he's going up already. Oh my god. He just joined. Balance is going down, but that's okay. That's not gone for sure down, like a total attribute, but you can see those ones, if you were wondering how those arrows look, they've gone directly up. Dribbling would have gone 7 to 8, long throws 4 to 5, and then technique 7 to 8. But those ones would have stayed the same. But they're progressing. Anyway, this is pretty decent. In the dynamics, this is obviously... Take a look at this. Oh, he has no opinion of me yet. Oh, I'm not sure that's good or bad. But it says high ability, long-standing squad member. Is that just in the youth team? I would imagine. But yeah, that's the team leaders. So generally, it's someone with talent. Most definitely could instantly become a team leader if they're standout. But do you think we should tutor him right away? Because then if we go to tutoring there's Di Maria, Dyer. I would want to tutor him with an English player, but Eric Dyer, maybe, but I don't feel Eric Dyer's had experience yet. We'll just have to weigh up the options. But let me know, how should I go about developing this young lad? Because he's got the potential in him for sure. And then there's Marcus Sheldon confirming his contract with the club. And I'm pretty sure they're the only ones I will sign up. Even, like, with his potential, I was still a bit weary about it. I wasn't sure. But the 17 finishing kind of, yeah, that convinced me. It says, like, a young prospect way off first team level. Obviously off his rating currently, but he's got a bit of potential in him. Just wondering, yeah, how high will that be? So he's, like, we could maybe tutor him with Harry Kane. That's what I was thinking, for sure. And we'll see if he'll be up for that. He's like, yeah, Harry comes in. I don't see any reason why not. I don't think that will affect Harry's game, though. And yeah, surely that will only benefit him, young Marcus, because look how good Harry Kane looks. I don't think he'll have the potential to become as good as him. But hey, we'll have to see. But now today is the Manchester United game. So to finish off this episode perfectly would be beating them. And yeah, I want to be beating all the best teams in the league now when we have games against them. Just to show we have been the best team this season in the league. So some changes there, obviously, with injury to Asensio, which is not ideal. We'll bring Eriksen in, which is fine. Of course, he's still a good player. I mean, just for the rotations in the Champions League would have been better. Yeah, that's why I wanted to get Asensio on loan, essentially. So this is the 11 we will head into the game against Manchester United with, and hopefully we'll get the 3 points at home once more. Then looking at United's team, and of course, guys, I did start this in January before all signings were finished. So Lucas, they signed him in the game, and obviously he signed for Tottenham in real life. Not a huge thing because, you know, as we go on, there'll be many transfers being made. But the team is looking strong as a whole. Let's see if we just say pick up where we left off, maybe. Or if we go with we owe Manchester United after what happened in our last match. That genuinely gets them pumped up. Can we beat them this time if we can get the job done at home? Ooh, De Gea's on a long run without conceding. So another reason to score and win today. I'm confident we can find a way through. And then, of course, Hugo Lloris. So the game of the keepers. It's kind of a big occasion for them. More so for Hugo because his 200th league appearance for the club. Yeah, just say I'm delighted for him. Dembele, hard to manage the team. He's being rested. I'll say that anyway. Now, Dele Alli to Kane. Will we score an early goal? Yeah, I wasn't expecting to, but a decent start, 40 seconds in. Okay, highlights on the 20th minute. Would be a nice time to score. To be honest, any time is a nice time to score. But to get a lead... Oh boy, giving the ball away like that is not a good sign. That there's a high chance this could be a goal for them. But Dele Alli wasn't having any of that. But then he loses ball, so I have no idea. Okay, in the end... Oh my god, yeah, it may actually be a chance for them. Oh... Wow... How did they score, Hugo? How did you not save that, mate? Like, that should have been easy. It was so weak. Like, wow, okay. That was like a weak header by Lukaku. But that there, man. Like, he got his hands to it. Surely, you got to step up for your 200th game for us. Wow, okay. There you go. Can we just get the goal back? Which we've done on multiple occasions. The team fires up, but unfortunately, we couldn't take the chance. That's why I said, like, we're in a good position for the season. We could go on to win the title, look very good for that. But, yeah, these games against the big teams, well, when they're firing, not like Manchester City. And, yeah, the first half's just going to end. So we're going to switch up tactically. I think we need to go more attacking, a few different changes. Honestly, we'll have to roll with that. But then if we go back into the team talk to do that, going to say assertively, yeah, come on, lads, show a bit of desire. They're not showing it right now. Come on, lads, we got to see a turnaround. We got to see a turnaround here. United have been up for it. Obviously, they're hitting some good form to get into the top 4. At this point, maybe they think title, yeah, out of reach. But that could have been a good chance, but I guess it wasn't one. Yeah, might be out of reach, but they just want to consolidate, make sure they get top 4 for Champions League next season. But we're not giving up on this game yet, that is for sure. United's got the possession at the back. De Gea forced to boot it forwards. Lukaku, come on. Alderweireld, important. But yeah, these are games where, like, Sanchez, Davinson Sanchez, he doesn't have quite the experience of someone like Vertonghen, but... See, that was a decent chance, but excellent tackle by Eric Bailly. Now Dyer. Dele Alli, come on. Come on. Son, you got to finish. See, it's the pressure. You can tell the pressure. Like, when we play these big games and say we're losing as well, yeah, we just don't take them. The players feel the pressure of the occasion. And now Alexis Sanchez. They're going to score. They've got the space out wide. Lucas and Loris makes a save, but... They got all their space there. I guess we did well to not concede in that situation. Now, Mata, well done. Thinking a change. At least a first sub now. They're probably not going to score from this because, yeah, they've had a few chances. Yeah, there we go. But, yeah, Son hasn't... Oh, very hesitant to take him off, though. But really, yeah, now I'm going to be taking off Dyer and we'll look to bring on Dembele. Get him advanced playmaker on support. And then Eriksen, we'll put that attack, the duty. Come on. And then, okay, we'll see what will happen here though. Eriksen, will those changes help? We've got the possession in attack. Di Maria sets it up, Son. Man, I'm leaving you on so you can finish these chances, but it's only making your rating go down, which in turn makes you play worse. But we might, yeah, like I was going to do, go for a shout. We got to say, yeah, show some passion. Come on, boys. We've got to show some passion here. Get a goal back, at least a draw, because it will be the same like it was against Liverpool. We'll lose once more. Come on. And it'll be all good to win the title this season, but these will be blemishes. And yeah, like, we pretty much have our best team. Like, in terms of who we'll bring on, it won't, like, be a better quality of player, I suppose. But maybe I do have to take Son off, regardless of how good he's been. And we'll bring on Lamela, and then we'll need to switch the wings. And Di Maria can go on attack. And yeah, say we're going for it now for sure. And with that, we'll, like, take play out of defense off. We'll go route 1, higher tempo, shoot on sight, take the chances when we can, be more expressive. Yeah, well, hey, 15 minutes left. Can we do it? And yeah, I don't think we'll bring on anyone else. Like, not yet anyway. In terms of scoring, we've got those players on. Even, he's not bad as a wing-back, actually, but put him on attack. See how that goes. But yeah, I always find it unlikely that we'll get a late equalizer, late winner, something like that. Not especially in a position where we just see, yeah, they just show nothing because they don't want us to get a goal. Obviously, the cunts. Sorry, I'm just mad. Come on, 15 minutes we go attacking and we try and look for something, and no, let's just get to the end of the game. No more highlights for you. That's what it feels like anyway. But in reality, Manchester United were just too good. So credit to them 100%. No excuses today. Manchester United were just the better side. But yeah, nah, just a bit frustrating there. I wanted to beat like these teams, you know, because if you take a look at the losses, there's one for like against United there, and we lose against Liverpool. And you see the bigger losses, and then against Barcelona in the Champions League, and the loss against Manchester United in the Premier. It's just against those bigger teams, Liverpool earlier in the season. So yeah, it's just those kind of results. It was a close game. They only got that solitary goal to win, but hey guys, we're going to leave it there. I suppose I'm happy to beat Manchester City. They were the key one to beat, I suppose, because for the title challenge, like we're going to win the title from here. I suppose mathematically we could still lose it, but yeah, I think you can say we've won it from here, unless like a disaster happens. We've still got big games coming up, I suppose, in the Champions League. But I'll leave it there for now. And of course, the next episode we're not going to play any more off camera because obviously still important games. Dynamo Kiev, the second leg, and then also Arsenal away from home. That could be like that's another big team, like another team with quality players. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But guys, as I said earlier, make sure you leave a thumbs up on this video if you want me to keep doing this series. Make sure you leave that support on the videos, and I'll see you guys next time.